Hey everyone, Super Jar. I decided to go through the Gym Leader Castle in Pokemon Stadium 2. However, I'm going to be using the Gym Leaders teams against them. So without further ado, let's get into it!
The first Gym Leader is Falkner, the Flying-type Pokemon user from Violet Gym. What strategy will the challenger employ against him?
Alright, so we begin against Falkner. Now, Falkner has a gimmick. His gimmick is spamming Mud Slap. But since I'm using his team, he can't Mud Slap, because we're all flying. So instead he's just using Fly. And I'm starting with Delibird. Delibird's actually really good here. Blizzard is huge. Look at his damage, look at his damage. Oh, look at the damage! The Pidgeot keeps flying, so I'm gonna counter Fly. Which, Fly is so bad. Dropkick is so much better than Fly. But I counter Fly, take it down. Incoming Togetic. I know Delibird can't one-shot unless it's a crit, so I'm just gonna do as much damage as I can with Blizzard. And it does crazy damage. And then I get hit with a Fire Blast. I was not expecting a Fire Blast, but I did a ton of damage. So, Fearo's next. Fearo's just going to clean up the rest of the battle. Dropkick's just going to take it down. Dropkick's just a better Fly, better power, better accuracy. Huge damage off of a Dropkick comboed with a Hyper Beam. That's going to do it for Falkner. Quick and easy. Falkner's super easy.
This battle is against Bugsy, the Azalea Gym Leader. How will the challenger deal with the onslaught of Bug Pokemon?
Alright, Bugsy's next, and I have an unfortunate start with Pupitar, but that's okay, because I'm just going to swap into Scyther right away, and use a Wing Attack. Now here, he didn't swap. He didn't swap Weeping Bow, which means he doesn't have Pupitar. He would have swapped Pupitar if he had it. So now I know that Pupitar is not in the play, and I can just keep Wing Attacking, take down Weeping Bow, nice and easy. And he has his own Scyther. So I'm just going to swap right back into Pupitar and tank this Wing Attack easily. Does no damage. Take another one. He stayed in as well, so Rock Slide takes him down. Nice and easy. And his last Pokemon is going to be a Butterfree. Butterfree's last. And unfortunately, a Giga Drain will take down Pupitar, but I figured I'd just whatnot. Just to get a clean swap. Swap right back in the site there. And just use Wing Attacks to end the game. Double Wing Attack. Takes down Bugsy. Nice and trimple.
The challenger now faces Whitney, Goldenrod's Gym Leader. The moves doled out by her normal-type Pokemon are nothing short of awesome. Let's see if the challenger has what it takes to win.
Whitney time, and this is when I find out that Miltank and Dojiro actually share the same speed stat of base 100, which I was not expecting that. I would have swore that Dojiro was faster, but huge crit nonetheless. I need to stop this rollout, so I'm going to end up using Fly just to avoid this rollout. The rollout misses thanks to Fly, and Fly's gonna do okay damage. Fly really is not that good in these early generations. So I'm just gonna swap into Clefable and just tank these rollouts and take care of Miltank using Clefable with a big ol' headbutt. One headbutt will do it. The crit? Not sure if that crit actually mattered. Next is Stantler, and we literally just trade headbutts. It's just trading headbutts back and forth until my Clefable drops. Luckily I didn't get flinched, which is really nice, so I was able to get as much damage as possible and swap directly right back into Dodrio for a Tri-Attack to take down the Stantler. And the last Pokemon is Gloom. So I fly up high with a big ol' fly, and it doesn't KO. because Fly is so weak. I get credit again. But Stantler's in just clean up. And that's gonna do Whitney's battle.
There are no more remaining Pokemon. That's it. Stage clear. Here we are, the battle against Ecrutique's gym leader, Morty. Will the challenger be able to advance in the face of persistent attacks by his ghost-type Pokemon?
Morty time, and this battle took me a lot of attempts. This is when it starts to take a lot of attempts. So I start Giraffe Rig, and look how much damage the Fire Punch did. This Gengar is so much better than mine. I ended up not going with the Gengar, because its moveset compared to his is just so poop. But 2 Psychic Steel with Gengar, after I take so much damage from these Fire Punches, it's actually crazy. Sudowoodo's up next. I have Marowak, who can just tank this Earthquake. Sudowoodo can't really do anything against Marowak, so Marowak can just sit here and tank it. And here comes the most inspirational Bone Rush you will ever see. You literally can't get better than that. Like, you actually can't get better than that Bone Rush. That was the best Bone Rush of all time. So of course, when you hit an amazing Bone Rush, your next Bone Rush just misses, of course. Because why wouldn't it? Why would you hit 2 in a row? He sends in his own Marowak. So we're just gonna trade some damage, do some damage until my Marowak drops. Surprisingly, actually eats up this Bone Marine as well. Just barely, and then I get outsped here, so I don't get to do more damage, sadly, but that's okay. Because I just swap into Noctowl, and I end up just stalling out, because I just chip it away. This Marowak can't do anything into Noctowl, and I confuse him, and he hits himself a couple of times. It's pretty funny. So, he can't do anything. That's going to take care of Marowak and Morty.
The challenger faces Cianwood Gym's Chuck, a user of fighting Pokemon. Let's hope the challenger doesn't suffer the indignity of an easy knockout.
Chuck time. I start with Primeape, and my Primeape has the wrong item. But I get value out of it right here, the Bitterberry. The Bitterberry was meant to be on Hitmonchan, and the reason why I was meant to be on Hitmonchan is because Hitmonchan has counter, and basically the strat is I tank a Dynamic Punch and hit a counter. But I still get Bitterberry value here, and I get a crit Cross Chop, so Sandslash is done. Next up is Poliwrath, which is very scary. Poliwrath is super scary here because every time Chuck had a Poliwrath out, and he would use Hydro Pump, the game would crash. The game crashed about 3 times. So I am praying that he does not click Hydro Pump. And luckily he does not. He goes for Psychic. So thankfully no Hydro Pump just yet. Incoming Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan's great here just to counter. He's hitting every Dynamic Punch, which is perfect. Hitmonchan being the absolute GOAT. Pulls through the confusion. Hits the counter. One-shots. Gramble's last. Gramble can't do anything. 1 turn confusion is nuts. Big damage Mach Punch. And Hitmonchan will go down to his strength, but Hitmonchan literally played perfectly. So I just send in Sandslash last. Gramble can't do anything, and 1 crit Earthquake will just take care of Gramble and win the battle against Chuck.
Pokemon goes down. That's it. Stage clear. The challenger has moved on to Olivine Gym. The only opponent here is the gym leader, Jasmine. How will the challenger fare against Jasmine's powerful Steel-type Pokemon?
So Jasmine's next, and I have a really good start. Corsola into Steelix. Surf on Corsola is huge. My Corsola rental is better than her Corsola, but her Steelix is better than my Steelix. Because Earthquake here is just huge, but Corsola tanks it. Corsola tanks it, and then another Surf will take down Steelix. So pretty good start already. You'll soon see why my Steelix is worse. But I get outsped by the Corsola, sadly. Corsola diff. Bumblebee will take me down. So I will retaliate with a Magneton. But so will she. She will also send out Magneton. We actually had the exact same team for this battle, which is pretty funny. And of course Magneton hits the Patinate, missing the Thunder. Because that's what Magneton always does, misses Thunders. So, Steelix time, and this is where you see my Steelix is nowhere near as good as hers, because my Steelix has Mud Slap. I do not have Earthquake. So 3 Mud Slaps will take care of Magneton. Bumblebee doesn't quite take down Steelix, so I'm able to get a game-changing Mud Slap. Just kidding, it's not actually game-changing at all. Doesn't do anything. 20 damage, not even. Or yeah, like 20 damage. Bumblebee takes me down. That's fine. Magneton just needs to hit 1 Thunder. Come on, you got 3 eyes. There's no way you miss. You can see everything. There you go. There you go. 1 Thunder will take care of the Corsola. And that was the Jasmine fight. First try as well. Very easy. Very easy. Just like Falkner. But wait! I'm abrupted by Team Rocket in the middle of this. Now, I'm going to include Team Rocket, even though they're not a gym leader. I'm just going to show the last battle. I had to replay through this twice because you see Houndoom here? I thought he had Houndour. So I used a Houndour, whose moveset is so much better than Houndoom. Like, it's so much better. But I get a really good start here. Houndoom into Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet just can't do anything. So 3 bites will just take care of Wobbuffet nice and quick. And then his next Pokemon is Houndoom of his own. And his Houndoom is way better than mine. And it'll always start by using Sunny Day. Every time I use the Sunny Day, so I'm going to take advantage of this and use Roar so I can see what his last Pokemon is. And his last Pokemon is Victory Bell. It's a Victory Bell, so I'm going to use the power of the sun to make my Ember actually deal damage. See, I have Ember and he has Flamethrower, which is really funny. If I got that crit on the first turn, that would have been cool, but you know, unnecessary crits always happen. This is why I wanted the Flamethrower does huge damage. Leaves me on 1 though, so I can get 1 more Swift in, and it's a crit Swift. So lucky so far. So far this fight has been extremely lucky. But you'll see my luck soon goes away very quickly. Headbutt comes out, and if I get a flinch, I just straight up win, but my luck is ran out by this point, and I don't get a flinch. Instead, I get hit by a Flamethrower that ends up burning me. But I only need to do 29 damage. A Headbutt should deal enough, right? No! No, it doesn't. That burn mattered. That burn mattered. So I just send in Golbat last, and a Flamethrower does huge damage. If he critted, I'm pretty sure he would have beat me here. So luckily he didn't crit, and a Wing Attack will take care of that Houndoom. Very scary. I was doing extremely well, but that shows you RNG in this game. You can easily lose.
This is a battle against Pryce, the leader of Mahogany Gym. The challenger will have to be alert for Pryce's powerful ice Pokemon and their freezing attacks.
Pryce time. Now we're back to the gym leaders, and me and this Cloyster just spam. I outtraded with confusions. Sadly, Jinx's rental has become really bad in this game, because now that Jinx isn't a standalone Pokemon, and it has Smoochum as a pre-evolution, Jinx's moveset got weaker. So no Lovely Kiss, no Psychic. It kept Ice Punch, which is nice, but if I had Psychic there against Cloyster, I probably would have just one-shotted it, if not two-shot. The Confusion just does no damage. So I skipped this part here. Basically, it was Dugong v Dugong, and it just stalled for like 4.5 minutes straight. I'm not showing y'all that. Y'all do not have to sit through 4 minutes of just a sleeping Dugong. Anyways, the last Pokemon is Piloswine. This Piloswine is actually really strong. Huge damage from Waterfall, but huge damage from Earthquake as well. Sadly, another Waterfall isn't actually going to do enough because instead I'm going to leave him on 1 HP. 1 HP is so unlucky. And an Earthquake will take me down. But I just send in Cloyster to clean up with an Aurora Beam. Very strange fight this was against Pryce. But it took a lot of tries. But managed to do it.
The challenger has finally made it to the final gym leader, Clair of Blackthorn Gym. Let's see if the challenger can snatch victory from her ferocious dragon Pokemon.
And it's time for Clair, the final gym leader of Johto, for this challenge. I don't know why I stayed in. This was a horrible stay-in, because I take so much unnecessary damage from this Ice Beam. I should have just immediately swapped, but I didn't. So this turn I will swap, however, into Lapras, my own Lapras. So I will tank the Ice Beam, as it's still going to use Ice Beam against Kingdra. Now the only way I can take care of this Lapras is with my own Lapras. And you'll see the strat in a second here. After I take this Psychic, I am doing a Perish Song trap. I am using Perish Song to take care of this Lapras. But how am I going to keep the Lapras in? Well, I have Whirlpool. Whirlpool traps this Lapras, so now it's not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Yeah, ... You're not going anywhere. The Perish Song will keep counting down, and it'll keep counting down until there's one turn left. And on the last turn, I'm going to swap out to my Dragonair, who will tank a Psychic. Down goes Lapras to the Perish Song. Perish Song Whirlpool, actually a decent combo. That was my only way of taking care of it. Next up is Kingdra, who's very scary. It has Dragon Breath, so I need to outspeed this thing, so I'm going to tank a Dragon Breath. Just barely tanking this. And I'm going to set a Thunder Wave. So now my Kingdra is guaranteed to be faster. I don't have to rely on a speed dive. And I let off a Dragon Breath, just to do some chip damage. Decent chip damage. Actually does a lot of damage. If I got a Paralysis here, that would have been huge, but no Paralysis coming out sadly, and a Dragon Breath will take care of my Dragonair, which is fine, because now I'm down to Kingdra. Kingdra v Kingdra. This is where I wish I didn't take an Ice Beam, but that's okay. I have Twister. 2 Twisters will take care of Kingdra. That's if I can tank another Dragon Breath. Oh, and can I tank the Dragon Breath? Just barely. You see why I didn't want to take an Ice Beam. Cosmetic Berry, but that's fine. Another Twister will take care of Kingdra. And now the last Pokemon, it's Rhydon! It's Rhydon! I guarantee win now. Rhydon can't do anything. Waterfall come out. See ya bye Rhydon. That'll do it for Clair. And that'll do it for this challenge. All the Johto gym leaders taken care of. Now, I might also do this for Kanto gym leaders in this game as well, because you can also take on the Kanto leaders. So I might also do that, and I might try it in Stadium 1 as well. But anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this, and have yourselves a wonderful day.